all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am once again on the western shore of Lake Michigan on my favorite beach, Rock Beach. I haven't actually been here in a little while, so I don't know like what the condition is, like the sludge condition or dead fish or whatever, but even if there's no wet rocks here, there's always tons of dry rocks here, so we'll get down here and we'll see what we got. Okay, so we're down here. We do have a layer of sludge, but we can still kind of see the wet rocks just a little bit out into the water there, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just a little time frame here. It's August 9th. It's like 65 degrees, so this was the last day that it was going to be cooled off a little bit, so I figured I'd get out here. So let's see if we can find anything. I'm not really looking for anything in particular. If there was something I'd be looking for, it'd be fossil soup. I have a cutting event coming up and I'm kind of low on fossil soup, so I'll be keeping a better eye out for that. But other than that, we'll see what we can find. All right, so first little handful of finds. Nice little fossil soup, has a cool little eyeball kind of on it. Might keep that one just because it looks like some sort of pareidolia. Then we got another little just solid chunk of chert probably. Yeah, I don't think I can see through it, so just a nice solid white chunk of chert, or like really light gray, really cool. That one's gonna stay for sure. And then just another little kind of blue chert. But I've kind of resorted to looking in the small stuff at the first stretch here because of all this sludge, but now I'm getting into some bigger stuff, so let's keep going. So I was just walking around this big rock here and I looked down and I saw this. You can see that it's very silicified, so we'll get that one wet. And then I saw this one right here too in the dry. Ooh, it's pretty big. Yeah, so let's get both of these wet and see what these are. The one for sure is a stromatoporoid or some sort of silicified fossil. This red one, I'm not sure. Alright, so let's see what we got. Oh yeah. So we got some Favosites in the end there. Little crystal pocket at the bottom. Little geode pocket there. Ooh, so maybe blue. Maybe some little cold water stuff going on there. That's actually a nice little one right there. I might actually keep that one. I'm not sure though. We'll see. And then we got this big monstrosity here. Just got a lot of staining, it looks like. Maybe rhyolite with quartz. A lot going on in there. Really, really red though. Sun kind of went away on me here, but yeah, really cool. So both of those I just found in the dry rocks, just trying to get around. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Plus, I'll probably walk all the dry ones on the way back. So let's keep going. All right, so I just found this one, but the sun went away. Hopefully you can see it. I think this is just a nice red jasper with tons and tons of little specks of hematite in there. Hopefully I'm catching it on the camera. But I think I'm definitely gonna keep this one. It's super, super nice piece. Be able to get some cabochons out of there, maybe be like black spotted. Hopefully you can maybe see some of that in there, those little specks of hematite. Sweet, so definitely keeping that one. All right, let's find some more. Okay, so I see my first piece of fossil soup right there. I'm gonna try to grab it and not have all sludge all over it. There we go. It's not a bad one. It's got a lot of little pieces. Oh, one nice, perfect crinoid right there on the bottom. Maybe two with that V pattern in there. I don't know. We might keep that one. We might not to cut. There might not be a lot inside of there, but it's a good shape. But we'll see. All right, let's find some more. Right, just picked up these two. This one's just a cool basalt with a couple of lines and then a big old patch of quartz on it. Just really cool. Might be cool for a freeform, but quartz kind of eats up my discs, so we'll leave that guy. And then this is just kind of I'm not sure what this stuff is, if that's just staining on there. A lot of quartz running through it. I find a lot of these brown and white ones, not 100% sure what they are. But yeah, they just still look cool. That's a good size one too, but I don't want to keep much today, so let's find some more. Hopefully fossil soup. Okay, two more. This is just a really quartzy, it's got quartz and yellow and some basalt underneath. I'm not sure if it's, I'm not sure what it is, if it's just like some sort of granitoid or if it's just basalt with a lot of quartz and some stained yellow, but really cool. I might take that one home. And then I found this guy, which is just a crazy, crazy fossil. If I can get in here, you can see the tiny little texture right there. Like, look at that. That is nuts. Super small compartments in that chain coral, probably. But yeah, hard to tell. Got some mudstone on this side, some chert maybe. Really cool. Not gonna really take anything for cutting, I don't think, today, except for fossil soup, so that one will stay here. All right, let's keep going. Another little handful. Found this really nicely banded stromatoporoid. Tons of bands in there. Probably keep that one just because I know I can get some really good bands and some slabs out of that one. Like, look at that right there. So that one's probably coming. This was just a cool little, probably amygdaloidal basalt, maybe rhyolite, but it was just in a cool shape. Like, it's like necklace shaped already. So I might take that one and just shave it down and leave it right like that shape. I don't know, we'll see. And then I found one more piece of fossil soup. It's got some brown in it. The brown ones are usually a little better, because it just seems like there's cooler formations when you have that mudstone in there. But we'll probably take this one too. That's a perfect cutter size right down the middle. Kids just seem to love that fossil soup, so I'm just trying to collect a bunch. So let's find some more. So I had to walk some dry rocks just to get past this little section that I can't really get past. And I bent down to pick up this little stromatoporoid chunk. Not gonna keep it, it's just a little one, just a little cool one. Found this big chunk of quartz. Giant chunk. I'm probably gonna bring it home, so I'll show you a little later. But then as I was standing here, I just looked down and I saw this. So that's pretty sweet. Some sort of coral fossil just right in the side of the huge piece of limestone. And I'm sure there's a lot more like that around here. I just haven't caught them, you know, just walking by. But if I see some more, I will point them out. Oh, actually, look at that right there. That almost looks like stromatoporoid layers, but probably not. Oh, another one right there. That looks like some sort of coral. So yeah, really cool just being down here. You can see a bunch of fossils just on all these big rocks. So, all right, let's keep going. All right, so I just found this one up in the dry rocks. I'm not sure if it's like a banded iron or just like a layer of chert in there. I'll probably get it wet. But as I was standing here, I looked down and I saw that right there. So I'm gonna grab that one too and get that one wet. See if I can get down here without killing myself. I know this one's a stromatoporoid. I'm not sure about the banded iron, but we will see. Ooh, that water's actually warm. All right, so let's check out that stromatoporoid. Oh, look at that cold water pocket in the end of that. Woo, that is sweet. Nice white band around the outside of it. Then you got some thick layers, pretty much going all the way through. Yeah, I think I definitely have to take that one for that cold water pocket. That's sweet. And let's check this thing out. I don't know, that's hard to tell. That might just be chert. I can't tell. It doesn't look very waxy when it's dry. So it could be bands of like hematite or something, but I don't think so. I don't know. Hard to tell. It's not very full of it. It's just that one band anyway, so I probably won't keep it. But all right, let's find some more. All right, so I found another nice little patch here. One nice little stromatoporoid. It's a little gritty, kind of shoots in, so I probably won't take that one. This one I thought might have been like the bottom of a horn. Yeah, I still think that. I think that's the bottom of a horn maybe. And then it kind of goes up and just goes all crazy. That might be one to cut. Maybe not though, I'm not sure. Something in the side there maybe too. And then one more little fossil soup. Actually not a bad one. It's a little one, but it's got a, you know, cladopora or whatever right there. So that'll be a good one to cut too. All right, let's keep going. A little handful, tiny little fossil soup, probably a little small to cut though, so we'll leave that one. A nice little silicified pocket of maybe algae or oolites in there, really clear all the way in the front there, and then kind of goes in the back. So I'm not sure if I'll keep that one. Might be a cool freeform one. And then we found this guy, this quartz with all these red lines going through it. So I think I'm probably gonna keep that one to maybe get slabs or maybe even just tumble it. All right, let's keep going. A couple more. I lost the sun again, but I got this basalt with all these crazy white streaks going through it. That's kind of cool. Probably calcite or something in there, so it would probably rip apart though if I would cut it. And then I found my first, probably Favicites. Yeah, it looks like Favicites. Honeycomb coral, got some chert growth on the bottom. Got a little like silicified pocket there. Sorry, my son just totally went away. So a cool little piece. Might keep it, might not, I don't know. Let's keep going and see. We're almost to the end of the beach, and then we'll walk the dry on the way back, but see if we can find a couple more wet rocks. Okay, so I just hit a section that is like impassable with sludge and algae or whatever this all is. So I can't see any more wet. So I'm gonna go up a little bit further, see what the condition is. If it's no good though, I'll turn around and hit all these dry rocks. So let's go see what we got. I'm glad I came down further. The sludge kind of does clear up a little bit, so I was able to find this guy. Sweet fossil soup. Not much going on in the back, but I'll still probably take it so I could cut this face off, and it'll probably be an awesome slab. And then this was pretty much what I was here for, is these crinoid fossil soups like this, where you just have tons of circles all through both sides. So then when you zip right through the middle of that, it's just packed with those circles. So those kids love to see that. So I'm gonna take that one for sure. All right, couple more and then we're gonna flip around. Last three before I get to the end and flip around to the dry rocks. Three really red ones. This one, I don't know. It kind of looks like rhyolite. It's super red, and it's got some black coming through it. I don't know, I might take it to cut it. And then we got another piece of that. I'm not sure what it is, but I have a few pieces of it, and it looks really cool. It's black with like red jasper swirls in it. Maybe like brecciated jasper, or maybe just basalt and rhyolite. I'm not sure yet, but I do keep this stuff because it looks really cool cut. And then this one, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what this is. If this is just staining in cracks in some red, or what it is. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe I'll take it just to see what's inside, cut it. It's probably just pure red, but we'll see. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is turn around, hit all the dry rocks, and we'll see if we find anything. Okay, first two dry rock finds. I think this is probably a big chunk of stromatoporoid. You can kind of tell on the side there. And then this might be one of my purple conglomerates, but let's go down and get them wet. If I can get past the sludge here. The sludge layer. Okay. All right, so that one, yeah, looks like stromatoporoid there, maybe stromatolite. Kind of gets very quartzy throughout the whole thing. A little bit of patterning on the bottom. You know, I don't know. That's a tough one. That might be a cutter because it's such a nice size. It might be nice white in there, but I don't know. We'll see. And then the second one, let's see what we got. Yep, that is my mystery conglomerate. That purple or grayish quartzy material or cherty material, and then the yellow stained in between, and then it turns green when you cut it. So that one's definitely coming home too. I don't find a ton of these, so, and they look really cool when they're cut. All right, so let's find some more dry rocks. The last two in the dry before I get back to the car. I did find a bunch of other stuff, so I'll get home and get it all cleaned up, but we'll get these wet first. I think I have another piece of my conglomerate. Did I get them wet? Sludge. Nope, that's not a piece. That's a piece of like fossily soup, probably, with some orange staining. So a little small to cut. And then I got one of these, which I can't remember what they're called when they have a perfect circle all the way around them that's unbroken. But this one's got two circles around it. So yeah, whatever those are called, wishing stones or luck stones or something like that. But all right, so I'm gonna get back to the car. I'm gonna get home, get everything cleaned up, and I'll show you all the cool stuff we got. So I am home, I got everything cleaned up. I had to cull down my stash a little bit because I found this guy right towards the end. I'll show you that one first. So this thing is my first either cephalopod or gastropod. You can kind of see the layers, you know, the orbital layers, and then it goes all the way down into there. Unfortunately, it's such a big rock, but it's almost a full, you know, you can almost see the full side view of that with the little stripes in it. So that's sweet. That's the first one of those I've ever found. So I had to keep that. So I had a bunch of, you know, throw a bunch of the other stuff that I had in my pocket down, but not a big deal. So then we did go out for fossil soups today. So I did get 5. You know, this one's pretty full. If I go through the middle, I should be able to get a lot of that white in there. Same thing with this one, you know, not very full on this one, but we'll see what happens when we cut through it. This was a pretty good one. I might actually Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably cut it, but I was thinking I might make a freeform out of this one because it's got a nice bottom, but I think I want a little more full. You know, not that this isn't full, this is totally full of fossils, but the back of this one, it kind of lightens up, so I don't know, we'll probably still cut it. And this one was kind of perfectly round with this kind of like teeth mark fossils right there in the middle, kind of like jagged, not sure what those are, but that should be a pretty cool cut. The ones with the brown with the mudstone in them usually turn out really cool, like the brown and like light colored gray contrast. Then we got one really good plate here with tons of crinoid ends. You can see all the circles, so that one will be awesome when we cut through it for sure. You know, usually those never disappoint when there's that many on the outside. Then the other stuff we got this. I'm not sure if it's dried off already. I'm not sure if it's jasper just with a ton of hematite in it, but it's got these little hematite flecks just everywhere. Try to get them on camera here. Here, let me get it wet again. There you go. Now you can see them kind of sticking out through the red there, all the little like purpley sheen dots. But that's all hematite there, so I don't know if it's just a jasper with hematite. I don't know. Really cool. I think I'm going to get some slabs out of it because it's got a nice shape to it, so that's what we'll do with that one. We did keep that quartzite or quartz with all the red lines going through it. I'm not sure if I'm going to tumble it. I didn't see these big fractures out there when I was out there, so I might make it into a freeform, so then I can grind as much off as I want and just make that side the bottom. So I think that's probably what I'll do with that one. That'll make a cool freeform. This was a piece of that mystery breccia that I always find. Yellow and purple, or you know, light gray on the outside, green and black and like purple and clear on the inside. So I always keep that. Still don't know where it's from. I'm still trying to figure it out for you guys, but it's hard to track this stuff down, but I will one day. And then we got this big monster piece of quartz too. It does have some, you know, staining or whatever probably on the outside, but it was just a really nice big piece of quartz. I like to slab these sometimes, try to get some nice white slabs. They're 50-50 pretty much whether or not you're gonna have just a big fractured mess in there, but we tried anyways. And then the last two, so this one I didn't get wet right away because I wanted to show you guys. So it's got like kind of these two eyes in it. This one kind of shines like smoky, if I can get the gleam in there, but it's kind of like smoky quartz in there, or it could just be some of this darker material coming through behind it making it look smoky, but it just looks cool where that side's kind of dark and this side's totally white. So I'll get it wet for you here. Yeah, so now you can kind of see that side's kind of dark with the crystals and that's white with the crystals, and then it's got maybe a little cold water stuff going on right there too. But I just thought the two pockets were really cool, kind of looked like eyes, like a little face with no mouth, one black, one white. Really cool. And then last but definitely not least was this one. This was a big, you know, very thick striped, either stromatoporoid or, you know, some other type of fossil, probably stromat though. But then right on the end of this thing, there's this super nice cold water pocket, some nice white bands around the outside, two real thin line bands, and then one little kind of diamond right in the middle. So that was really cool. So all in all, a really good hunt. There was a lot of sludge on the beach, so I probably won't go back there for a little while, you know, probably till fall. So maybe it cleans up, but maybe not. Maybe I won't be able to stay away, but we'll see what happens. But all right, if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.